It was a treat fight, fans. Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez, super lightweight unification fight. Hey, let's talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
This fight, they had said all week was going to be action packed and that it was going to definitely be a fight for the first half, if not the whole year candidate. Josh Taylor, unanimous decision over Jose Ramirez. Let me jump into the pros and the cons. Usually, as you know, I would do pros and cons for each fighter, but I'm going to do something a little different this time. The pros would be it was a great fight for us fans. I think that both of these gentlemen had a great game plan. They both did so many things well. So I'm going to cut the pros right there. The pros was a great fight for us fight fans. The cons, the only con in this fight is Kenny Bayless. I like Kenny Bayless. I know some people would say Kenny Bayless is not their cup of tea. I think he's actually a great ref. But I did not like the fact that he was breaking these guys so fast. He never gave them a chance to really fight on the inside. As soon as they touched each other, as soon as their arm went around each other, I mean, it was less than 2 seconds. Bayless was already breaking them up instead of letting them kind of work it out. But that really was the only kind of the fight. This fight was actually a great fight. The first 2 rounds were really fill out rounds. I gave Josh Taylor those first 2 rounds, not because I picked Josh Taylor, which I did by unanimous decision, but I thought that the fight might play out and it might be more fill out rounds because people were expecting this to be more of a war fought, close as it was. I thought that it would be more of a tactical fight. It looked that way until we got to the 3rd round where Jose Ramirez turned it up. I mean, he put the pressure on Josh Taylor in that round, and it seems that he found something. It seems that he realized that putting pressure on Taylor might get the job done. He was staying close. He was throwing close shots. Both of these guys were throwing good body shots, which I love. I'm a body work guy, and they were both doing great body work. Then we get to the 6th round. Josh Taylor gets the knockdown. Like Andre Ward said, that was not a flash knockdown. That was a hard knockdown. He comes back and does it again in the very next round. In the 7th round, those short uppercuts that Josh Taylor was throwing, they were short and they were sharp. They were putting a hurting on Ramirez. But I believe that it was the body work from the earlier rounds that was setting it up. The same for Josh Taylor. I do think that Josh Taylor was stung in a couple of these rounds. I think their body work that Ramirez was putting on him was taking some of the gas out the tank. Remember, in body shots, they take gas out of the tank. And I think that these guys were hurting each other. Definitely Taylor on Ramirez with those 2 knockdowns. We get to the last few rounds. I thought that Taylor did a good job of still staying aggressive, but also using his upper body movement to keep Ramirez off. I think that Ramirez was a little bit hesitant in those last few rounds, in my opinion. I think that he knew that Taylor was looking to counterpunch. That's why he was falling for the feints. That's why he was keeping his hands up. And I think that he was a little more reluctant to throw. And what I mean by that is not that Jose wasn't fighting back, but I mean reluctant as in he was not putting on that pressure as he did in the earlier rounds. Listen, this was an all-around great fight. It was great for us fight fans, and I enjoyed it from beginning to end. But what about you, fight fans? Did you enjoy this fight? Did the fight, I'm asking the question, but I know you had to enjoy it. I would be very surprised if even one of you said you didn't enjoy this fight. But who did you pick? Did you pick Josh Taylor like some of us did over on Twitter? Did you pick Jose Ramirez? Did you think that this fight was not going to go 12? Did you think there's no way these 2 men go 12 rounds? And what do you want to see from here? For Jose Ramirez, what do you want to see next? And for Josh Taylor, what do you want to see next? Do you want to see Josh Taylor, now that he is the clear unified champ, he has all of the belt. He's unified. He's undisputed. Do you want to maybe see him now go up to welterweight and maybe put hands on Terrence Crawford? That wouldn't be too bad because Terrence Crawford does need a good fight. He's missed out on all these other fights. I don't know if it's due to him, due to his management. It doesn't matter. Terrence Crawford hasn't fought anybody of late that is of a big name or somebody who can give him a real challenge. But what about Josh Taylor? He's already a big super lightweight. And I think that he'll fill in at welterweight pretty well. Other than that, fight fans, Follow me on Twitter. I'll put it in the description. I like to talk boxing over there. Give me your comments right here. Tell me what you thought about the fight. Did you enjoy it? And what do you want to see next? It was a great fight. I'm glad that the fight came on relatively early. I think it was about 10 p.m. Eastern here when the fight started, which is a win for us who don't want to be up to 1 o'clock watching the main event. Other than that, fight fans, if you haven't already, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so every time I do a video, we can talk boxing. Other than that, that's all I got. Holla at y'all later.